When it comes to 2025, Sydney Sweeney has had multiple movies come out, and if you go by the news, most of them haven't been that great. But while those films may have not lived up to expectations, there is a chance she may end things on a high note for 2025 with The Housemaid. So, to summarize the movie, Millie, Sydney Sweeney's character, is on parole, needs a job, and Nina, despite being a housewife from an upper class New York area, she decides to never mind the potential gossiping PTA members and hires Millie to cook, clean, and help take care of her daughter. And this at first seems like a good arrangement, but that is until Nina slowly but surely removes the facade of how her life is, never mind her life with her husband, the very dreamy looking Andrew. So, starting with the highlight, this is definitely an engaging movie, and it's because I wouldn't put this in the realm of Gone Girl and those type of movies. This is more so like a Colin Hoover type of situation where things are more about dramatic flair and entertainment value rather than logic and creating some type of mystery that's going to really get you pulling out a spyglass trying to figure out what's happening with who. This is something where it just wants to be entertaining for its 2+ hours span. It wants you to get invested in Millie and her being this ex-con and kind of questioning what did she go to jail for. When it comes to Nina, she acts completely nuts sometimes, and you're trying to figure out what is her diagnosis. Is she schizophrenic? Is she possibly bipolar? Is she someone that's highly possessive because her husband is so wanted? And this makes it so that it's only natural that she's fearful about what Millie may do. If not, the fact that with Nina talking about possibly having a kid, she could be doing IVF and being pumped for hormones, and maybe that's making her go kind of aggressive and not outright crazy. And then with Andrew, there's always a need to question: is he as good, how nice as he seems? And all this together makes it so that while you're watching The Handmaid, not The Handmaid, though sometimes it kind of gives you that vibe, The Housemaid, it will ultimately make you want to know how in the world is this going to end? It's going to end how I expect it to end, especially with certain reveals, or is this going to completely throw me for a loop and not end in a way that you expect for a movie in 2025? But that's where the on offense topic comes in terms of it eventually has to end the way most movies like this would in 2025. And what makes things worse is that it leaves the door open for a sequel. And don't get me wrong, on its own, The Housemaid is a good movie, but it's not a movie that needs to become a franchise. It doesn't need sequels. I mean, there could be a lot that has not been touched upon that's in the book this is based on, but this also is not the type of movie where it leaves enough out where you want to like dive into the book next. This straight up is a movie that is good enough for one outing. It's not something that you're going to watch or want to watch over and over again. It's just something that's entertaining, something that's good if you want to go to the movies. And when it comes to Avatar and the rest of these movies, they just don't do it for you. Hence why the positive rating. As we just said, if the end of the year blockbusters aren't your thing, never mind the films that are on the road to the Oscars, The Housemaid is for you. It has like thriller elements, a lot of drama, some comedic moments, and even at 2 hours, it will not bore you one bit. It's not something you're going to want to watch over and over again or make it to an annual thing, but at the very least, if you're trying to make sure you use your A list or your other rewards, this is something you should definitely head out to the theaters to see just for fun.